Thomas Jefferson said, when the people fear the government, there's tyranny. But when the government fears the people, there's liberty. This government, if you want to call it that, we have no government, either Democrat or Republican controlled, needs to fear the people. We try to do it at Freedom Watch peacefully and legally. We may not succeed because what's going on today is beyond the pale. Today, and I've not really been involved in this issue, Peter Navarro, White House counselor to Donald Trump, is going to prison because Congress held him in contempt. And of course, the Justice Department, run by Biden, the Gestapo, pushed, got themselves a favorable judge, got themselves favorable judges on the appellate courts. And this guy's going to prison because he claimed he shouldn't have to testify about his conversations with President Trump. They're part of executive privilege. He's clearly right about that. But the bottom line is this, is that every aspect of our so-called legal system, which is corrupt, it is the most corrupt system in this country today. The legal profession is the most corrupt, and I'm telling you that as a lawyer. Back in 1994, I started Judicial Watch. I'm the founder because I was become the anti-lawyer, and I've remained the anti-lawyer. And we also to look at judges because they're in the hip pocket largely on the federal bench of those who paid so-called legal bribes and otherwise to get them their positions. Wilmer Farr in Washington, D.C., I believe that's the name of the law firm, has two judges on there. This was the law firm of Robert Mueller, one Democrat, one Republican on the D.C. federal court. How did they get them there? You guessed it. Political campaign contributions and other forms of grease. This is the way that works. Our system is not even a bad joke. Our system is corrupt from top to bottom, whether it's the lawyers of the Gestapo of the Justice Department of Biden that's trying to quell all dissent, to impose a noose around our neck going into the 2024 elections, whether it's the judges who sit on that court in Washington, D.C., who, and I don't care whether they're Trump appointed or Bush appointed or Clinton or Obama appointed, they're all establishment. They circle the wagons. Whether it's the Supreme Court, which only goes so far, they're not going to stick their neck out for Donald Trump or for anybody else, frankly. And whether it's bar associations in DC and New York in particular, who are ultra leftists, you can check FEC records to see who the officials are and who the lawyers are. They all gave heavily, nearly all of them, to Democrats and people that, for instance, I've sued at Judicial Watch and Freedom Watch and others, trying to eliminate conservative and Republican activist lawyers so we can't defend ourselves in court. So when you see Peter Navarro go to prison today for 4 months in Miami, my home state, then think about where we are in terms of our legal system. We have a legal system which scratches the backs of the elites that have been put in place by the elites with money and with other forms of grease. We, the American people, are the victims. We have little to no say, particularly in cases that I bring at Freedom Watch. Occasionally we break through. If we win 1 in 10, we're doing great. It's always been that way. I've said that, like a MIRV missile, a missile that gets through, but 9 other are destroyed by corrupt federal judges. So this is where we are. We're at a crossroads. And as I've said in the last few days, if President Trump is reelected, expect a bloodbath attempted by the left, not by him, but by the left. They'll be out in the streets. They'll make Antifa and Black Lives Matter look like a warm-up act. They'll be out there with firearms. They'll be out there with Molotov cocktails. They'll be out there with God knows what. They will be trying to destroy, if not kill, all of us who are conservatives, people of faith, and those who believe in the vision and creation of our founding fathers. We will use our Second Amendment rights. We will not be violent. We will not start it. But if they start it, we'll finish it. And that's the way it was in the days leading up to 1776, when our founding fathers declared independence. They didn't want war with King George. They tried to reason with him, but he couldn't be reasoned with. So when they declared independence, it was the British Crown that went against the colonies. They triggered the revolution. And of course, we won the revolution. And we will do that again. Go to freedomwatchusa.org. Contribute to our cause with tax-deductible contributions. We are your real Justice Department, and we do a lot more than that. And get my book, It Takes a Counter-Revolution, Wake Up America. It's my roadmap, and if you have ideas, please email me at leklayman, with a K, @gmail.com. It is time to come together. We must prepare for the attempted bloodbath by the left using the Gestapo of a Justice Department the day after President Trump, in theory, wins the election. That's assuming that election fraud hasn't wiped it out yet again, as it did last time in 2020. This is my message. Remember, the Father and Son will only protect us if we help ourselves. God bless you. God bless your family. God bless America. I'll be back tomorrow with another special podcast. Until then, give this deep thought, because it's coming. The left is coming for you and your loved ones. Thank you for listening to me.